position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding.
That's a fumble on the play. He picks it up, still on his feet. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Second down coming up. Got room to work. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head
breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Makes the grab. It's Shelton. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Got some room into the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Shepard. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Flying out to the left. The 30. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Give to the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to the ground with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. The sure hands, it's Sellers. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Caught over the middle. It's Blow. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take Touchdown, South Carolina!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Creates a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, he's got a chance. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Oh, what a cut! He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On target to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going right to work up top. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Unloads to the right. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapting. Complete downfield. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. To the air, it's St. Clair. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Mississippi State right back to the line. He'll take it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. It's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Gets it out fast. He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one. Got his man to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Here comes the heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Milner. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. Finds his tight end. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now.
He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll start this drive going to the air. And as he throws, oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Right.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Let's go. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. The screen, he can go. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's tackled at the 16-yard line. Second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Moving away from pressure. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Fires into the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Turning it on. He's inside the 40. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, South Carolina. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Grove. There he goes. And another big game for this.